Alright, so today we are talking about two very popular keyboards under 5000 rupees, the AMKit Evofox Ronin Wireless and the Creo Swarm 65. Now this video is by no means a comparison video where I tell you guys which one out of these two is the better one. But in my opinion, this is more about why people end up being unhappy with their keyboards, even when that keyboard isn't that bad to begin with. So if you're buying a mechanical keyboard under 5000 rupees and you're just looking at the specs and the hype created by several creators everywhere, just spare a few minutes in this video because there's a very good chance that you're buying probably the wrong keyboard. Now, in my opinion, the biggest mistake that people make when buying their keyboards is trusting the marketing terms and gimmicks instead of actually finding out what they're buying. And one of those terms is definitely the form factor of the keyboard, also known as the keyboard layout. And a very good example of that is the Ronin Wireless. It's termed as a TKL keyboard on their website, even though it has a 75% form factor. Calling a 75% keyboard a TKL keyboard is absolutely wrong, and I've seen several people repeating these terms here on YouTube, and that honestly doesn't do justice to anyone in the keyboard community and even the end users, in my opinion. The form factor of keyboard is actually really important, and it often affects the comfort, your muscle memory, and at the end of the day it also impacts how good or bad your keyboard feels while typing, even in the long run. Now, just to be clear with you guys, I don't think the Evofox Ronin is a bad keyboard. In fact, if you check online, there are two versions of this keyboard that is available. One is the wired one and the other is the wireless one. And my entire problem is with this wireless one because for what it offers, I think that this keyboard is really overpriced. So if you check out the product page for the Ronin Wireless, you'll see a lot of fancy marketing stuff being mentioned over there, like 9 layers of craftsmanship and whatnot. And naturally, there are many people who misinterpret this as being 9 layers of, say, acoustic insulation. But that definitely doesn't hold up right here, as you can see that these are the only layers of acoustic treatment that you can find in this very keyboard. Alright, so let's talk about the keycaps and switches that are used in this keyboard. Now, in my opinion, at this price point, using auto reds is kind of lazy. I'm not saying that these are unusable by any means, but in 2026 for a keyboard at this price point, under 5000 rupees, I honestly expected better, something like Gaterons maybe. Even the keycaps that are used in this keyboard are just fine, to say the most. It's nothing special. The grey ones especially look very dull, and the legends feel smudged and not crisp at all. And once you notice these through the RGB, it does not create a very good experience. And if we talk about the RGB in this keyboard, I'm gonna say it's probably not something that you can brag about, especially when you have something like the Creo Swarm 65 next to it. Now, not every part of this keyboard is absolute trash, I would say. For example, the form factor, the 75% layout, is actually something that I personally recommend to a lot of people out there. It's actually the middle ground between the TKL form factor and the 65% layout, and something that I think a lot of people would actually find themselves using without any fatigue for their day-to-day typing. And the other part is probably my most favorite part in this keyboard, and that's the metal volume knob. It actually feels quite premium. So if you're someone who has probably zeroed in on this particular keyboard, I'm going to say that you can safely save your money and get the wired version of this keyboard, because the wireless version isn't something that I'm going to recommend to anyone anytime soon. Alright, so now let's talk about the Swarm 65 from Creo. And immediately when you hold this thing in the hand, you'll find this to be a far more superior keyboard in terms of the build. And trust me, you don't actually need any kind of specs and everything to tell you that. Because this thing is all about better materials, better tuning, and a better overall keyboard. The switches that you get in this particular keyboard feel really smooth right out of the box. And these are the new Starling linear switches that Creo started using in the newer keyboards. The typing feel and feedback that you get in the Swarm 65 is also really good, I would say, and that's largely thanks to the improved acoustic insulation that you get in this particular keyboard. Also, these double-shot PVT shine-through keycaps are a big win for me. And in a nutshell, I would say that this is one of those very few keyboards where the RGB genuinely looks good. And I don't think anyone would be surprised by the fact that the stabilizers that you get with the Swarm 65 are probably some of the best ones that you can get at this price point, and far more superior when compared to something like the Ronin Wireless that we have right here. And trust me, these kind of things actually matter in the long run when it comes to the typing feel and feedback for any keyboard out there. So here's a side-by-side typing test of both these two keyboards. Alright, so here's the thing, right? Both these two keyboards are at the same price point of roughly 4,000 Indian rupees. And if any of you guys ask me to pick between these two, I'm definitely going to pick the Swarm 65. But that is only when I keep layout out of the equation. Because layout, as I told you earlier, is a big part of people who buy their very first mechanical keyboards. And for them, I would say the 65% keyboards isn't probably the easiest form factors to start with. It may look clean on your desks, but the lack of a function row takes some time getting used to. But then again, if you want a really good sounding 75% keyboard at the 5,000 rupees price mark, I'm gonna say spend a bit more money and get the OG Creo Swarm, the bigger brother of the Swarm 65. It has been improved in a good way with better internals, better tuning, and you get an overall solid product. You get a beginner-friendly layout without sacrificing the build quality. So it's quite simple, right? If you want to get a keyboard under 5,000 rupees and 65% form factor is okay with you, get the Swarm 65. If you want a 75% keyboard, get the OG Swarm. And for less than 3,000 rupees, you can also get the wired version of the Evofox Ronin, but the wireless version just doesn't make any sense sitting in between. And if you guys decide to get the wired version of the Ronin, just make sure to watch these videos right here where I show you how to mod similar keyboards for practically no money and make them sound amazing.